quick layout update. I will preface this by apologizing for the mess. We all know how entropy works, but I've been very busy with the layout off and on over the last couple months. I did record a couple other updates, I just didn't ever get around to posting them. But we'll go ahead and start over here. As we can see, I'm playing with the idea of having some background structures here and the idea of having a signal here and a signal bridge over here. Now this is where I have to like open the window, and also the way the blinds work, you can see it's a new style that doesn't have the cord, so I have to physically bring it up and push it down. So I'll have to come up with something for that. But coming over here, we have completely deviated from the original plan. I was just going to put a warehouse here, and I actually did, if you can see, cut out the wood here because this was going to be a lot narrower. Well, one day I just decided I'd pull out some of the structures that I already had built, and I just kind of put them here, and I was like, hey, this actually looks kind of cool. Originally the line where the benchwork ended was here, and I figured, what the heck, might as well. Fortunately, I didn't cut this piece up yet, so I was able to place it back in. I'll need to screw it in or whatever. But essentially, this will kind of look like downtown Oakland, sort of loosely based, Bay Area based, right? So I've got the 60s style crossing gate with an arm here. The road material is the Walters modular system, but what I did, because I didn't like the lines, because this is supposed to be asphalt, is I covered it with some drywall spackle, and then just kind of sanded it, and then used a primer using various lengths away from it to get kind of this cool texture bit. This is just the primer layer. I'll do more painting and other stuff later, and masking and all of that. So currently I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do the road crossing here. I wasn't sure if any of this would be permanent. So essentially what I've done is I've taken like styrene scrap and then put more spackle on top to kind of bridge the various gaps. You can see I put in my two of the Victorian houses that I have. This is the one that's fully detailed, and the one in back here has no detail at all yet. And then I'll put the other 70s style crossing gate over there. And back here is the same thing. It's the Walters modular street system, but a little putty to help hide the various gaps. I use this mostly because I had it, but also it does have, I don't know if you call it like a street crown, but it has the curvature for drainage that you'd see on a street, which is why I really wanted to use it. I felt like trying to do it with just plaster or whatever would be kind of difficult and super messy. As you can see, I'm also testing out putting in telephone poles, and I have a few of the wooden Scenics street lights. And I did find a place. This is kind of a really big building. It's the Kit Bashed State Line Farm Supply, which I was going to make an auto mechanic shop. As you can see, I'll need to find a new piece of wood that I had cut out because of change of plans to set this here. And then here will be where we can get some cars to service, and then maybe throw some cars back here just to have it. Here I'm going to do the cheap thing of adding a freeway, mostly because I wasn't sure how to transition this part of the layout to this part of the layout, but I actually think it'll look pretty cool once I do it. I'm probably going to scratch build it. I have more of this Rick stuff overpass. I'm just not super pleased with it. This wasn't originally going to go here, and if we notice, the original track plan actually wasn't this. I did originally set up the track like I had designed it to. I just didn't like it. And that's kind of when I started bringing out all my other structures. And I kind of just settled on this. So this will kind of be somewhat of a yard. This we can think of as a track for maybe this building. This would be a main line, and this would be well, not a main line, but a passing track, and this could be like a storage track. I'm still going to have a somewhat more modern day background structure here. We'll put some trucks over here. In the middle here, I have my maintenance of way, and then I just use this as a convenient place to put in a crossing to gain access. So I'll put my maintenance of way vehicles here. I've got my BLMA yard office, which, I mean, if we have a yard back there, that makes sense. Then coming over here, I do now have the Peninsula Inn. So we'll have an industry over here and then a through track over here. And then here I'm just using, this is the Walters modular street system, just to kind of get the lay of the land or maybe where I'd want a road. I've got my SP depot here. I know this was originally supposed to be like 70s and 80s base, but I keep taking myself more modern. So I was thinking of doing something similar like they did in Centerville, Fremont, where this is actually an outdoor eating area / cafe. Here I have my passenger train. The layout was designed to have a minimum mainline radius of 28 inches and 24 inches on the sidings. Actually, I think for the rest of the layout is 24. So far I have been able to run my little passenger train here back and forth. With minimal derailment issues. I have been working on getting the switches better tuned. Let's see. One recent acquisition is I did buy all 3 of the Metrolink F59 PHIs. They don't fit anything that I have, but I thought they looked super cool. The DCC system is not on right now, otherwise I'd show you all the really cool lights. Now what you do see back here is a train running. My little Rapido SW switcher and some box cars. I have, if we come over here, set up a Motorman to do some ping-ponging of trains, so I can have a train run without needing to interact with anything, which has been super fantastic. I just got that working today, but we'll come over here. So I've got, this will kind of be the station platform area. There'll be a street here, and I'm thinking the street will just kind of end out over here, just to make it, as a reason why this is curving so sharply. Back here, we did modify where I'm thinking I'm going to put the road. Originally, it was just going to do a 90-degree into the wall, but I like this a lot better. I did pull out the more grade crossing things, and I did get a Blair Line wood crossing to go over here. And I'll probably put my wigwag back there. So like I was just saying, there's the crossing I'd use, but distracted. What I was saying is I did get the Motorman set up, and I've been ping-ponging per the SKU. So I have these, it comes with these little sensors. So there's one right there. And when the train crosses over it, it lights up red, tells the Motorman to reverse the train. Back here, I was gonna put in some like giant industry here. I think instead what I'm gonna do, because again, I just really want to use the structures that I have. I'm gonna do some street running here. So I have my 2 other Victorians. This one has some detail back here that you can kind of see in. And then this building here, which has nothing on this backside. So this backside here is all blank. So I'd push that over and then probably have some street running here. Yeah, so at this point, I'm just enjoying running the railroad. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.